My Shiranui figure is quality where it matters. She has the bustiness that you would expect from her King of Fighters appearances. She's got the slender figure. She's got the hourglass figure pretty much into nice, toned yet slender legs, and really great attention to detail to the clothing wrinkles, and her coattails look great, and they flow all the way down to her base, which is sculpted, by the way, not just a regular piece of plastic. This is a sewage grate with a like street. This is a really great design. It really doesn't feel like they cheaped out too much on this figure. It's fantastic where it counts. I know some of the discourse about this figure online is because of her glossy skin. A lot of people were off-put by this sweatiness that she looks like. She kind of looks a little sweaty. And in my opinion, that was completely intentional. I know a lot of people are used to the matte finish with skin textures, but the glossiness does give off the impression that she is actually fighting, that she is actually moving. So it's not a terrible thing to see on a figure, at least with the context of who Mai Shiranui is. So it's pretty excellent execution, all things considered. The only issue that I find with Mai Shiranui is that when you take a closer look at her, that's when some of the things start falling apart. They did attempt to do some shading on her white tassel. I mean, there's some shading on either tassel, but especially noticeable on the white one, because you can kind of tell the stark contrast between the grays and the whites. I know in the games it is like supposed to be white tassels, but it looks more gray than it does white, which might not be an issue for some people. Maybe I'm just very nitpicky, but that's what I notice. But I mean, those are just a couple nitpicks. Overall, it is a great figure compared to all the resin statues, and it's very expensive to buy a Mai scale figure. So Kotobukiya, where you can find her figure floating around Ami pre-owned for about $60 to $70, that is much better than spending almost $500 on a resin statue. So she is a really good pickup. I highly recommend her. Overall, Mai Shiranui is a great figure. Mai Shiranui is everything that you expect in a good Kotobukiya figure. Now, it's almost a shame that the most recent figure that we get of Terry is his gender swapped version. It's really good that he's getting representation in this way, but I would have expected him from his appearance on Super Smash Bros. To get a little bit more attention in terms of getting figures made of him. But hey, we got a Terry scale. We have a Terry scale, and he looks hella cute. Terry is pretty much the poster boy for King of Fighters, and in this form, she looks great. Her figure is very well toned, really well defined. You can kind of see her muscle definition. Really great belly sculpt. That's what I'll say. Like, they went real crazy on that belly button. The other sculpting that they've done, like the cobblestone base, that looks really good. The figure overall is fantastic. Well painted. For the guys who didn't like Mai Shiranui's sweaty skin, we have a matte finish to her skin. Her jacket looks fantastic. this is Terry Bogard, and it's fantastic. I really don't have much to say other than this is probably a must-buy Kotobukiya figure if you're in the market for King of Fighters. But I guess this is not really a gripe. This is just really, she does have a particular viewing angle, and that would be from a higher elevated shelf. I've talked about this before on some of my other videos with figures that are looking down, but this particular figure is not terrible. You can still place her maybe on mid shelf, but mid to high shelf is where she'll belong. Putting her on a lower shelf will really make it so she hides her face with her hat. But I guess for some people that might be really cool. Because I mean, in some like Win cutscenes, Terry does lower his cap a little bit over his face before he flips it up in the air. So it is still a really cool pose. Overall, this is an incredibly well-designed figure. I don't really have anything negative to say. There really isn't any seam lines to be seen with this. And maybe that's just because she's wearing a little bit more clothes than my Shiranui, so I can't notice those little nitpicks. But yeah, I'm very happy with this purchase. I'm glad to have a Terry Bogard in my collection. And hey, I also love red Converses. Red Converses look so good on this figure. You don't even know. It just pulls the whole design together. The colors work so well. And with that, that's all the figures I have to review today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. And I'll see you next time on the next unboxing. See ya!